right, Houston, it's 8:07 in the morning and the sun already hates us. Temps are climbing, AC units are begging for mercy, and yes, traffic still sucks. If you're sweating through your seatbelt right now, hang tight. We'll be back with more after word from the folks who know a thing or two about staying cool.
Say, Mr. Morrow.
Say there, fella.
How's a company like yours get so amazing at cooling and heating?
I have reviews talking about how bad our commercials are.
An amazing Morrow tune-up means your AC will last longer than the guy next door.
No fooling.
Oh, commercials are phenomenal. We've had a customer call in and they're like, oh my God, can you please stop running your commercials? They're terrible. We're like, oh, absolutely. Anything else I can help you with? Yeah, actually, my air conditioning's not working. Can we set an appointment for that also? Yeah, no problem.
Amazing.
Now, they're the most annoying radio ads you'll ever hear, and I absolutely love it.
Heck yeah. Learned it from you, Mr. Morrow.
Because when they think of something, they're going to think of us.
AmazingMorrow.com.
And that was our main problem. How do we get people to think of us above anybody else?
Morrow Mechanical was a rock-solid business, but before the radio ads, they were at about $6.5 million. This is in October of 2022. Now they're pacing for $14 million.
My adventure in air conditioning and heating started when I was about 14 years old. My dad had a company. I knew nothing about it. All I knew is when he needed a wrench and asked for it, I'd get it to him as quick as I could. After I graduated high school, I joined the military, 101st Airborne, and then went to college. I love business. I love working in teams. I learned that in the military. So then I got back with my dad and said, hey, I know you have this new company. I'd love to come on and let's do it together. And he was excited about it.
Call Morrow Mechanical now.
We were called Morrow Mechanical. What we both always liked about it is the fact that you get to help people. Their house is hot, you're making it cool again. Or the house is cold, you're making it warm again. The business side of it, that's simple. We have amazing people and we provide amazing service. The hard part was finding customers. We had grown the business to a point with direct mail, but you could only hit so many houses. We did some PPC, all these online sources, and hitting it hard there. But if they don't know who you are to begin with, if it's just white noise. So we kind of grew it to a point where that was maxed out. So how do we grow beyond that? We didn't know how.
When Justin got in touch with me, we ended up having a fantastic conversation. He's a proper blue-collar fella. He's as good as a man gets and has a lot of real values.
They're so short-term focused on getting the money now.
One of the most amazing things when I first met Ryan was it wasn't just, hey, let's tell you about us and what we do. It was a question of, are we going to be a fit? That was a totally different avenue than I've ever seen a marketing company approach things.
We come in truly with no answers and a lot of questions.
Questions of us, who we are, what are we trying to do, what do we represent?
It's such a unique situation here at Morrow. You've got a father and son business. The father is an echo to the old traditional times. The son is coming up and bringing new things to the table.
I really felt that they were trying to figure out what exactly we're trying to deliver. An amazing experience with the homeowner. That's it.
You know, they always had this logo, but nobody ever knew who this guy was. I just took that as an opportunity to say, okay, can we bring this guy to life?
Hey, Mr. Morrow.
Well, hey there, fella. You got a bit of a spring in your step.
Pretty proud of myself, Mr. M.
The Wizard of Ads. We want to write ads that sound like something that is totally unique and has a signature that is different than anything.
If it's not Morrow, it's not amazing.
I wanted this sort of vintage sound to it. It just starts to really paint a personality. If I can get you to remember the name of the company and what the company does, that's 90% of what we're trying to accomplish here.
Super cool.
That's the goal.
That's what we're building here when we're building brands, is that mental real estate in their head that ties directly to the neuroscience of how people consume information, retain it, and recall it when the time is right, before they get to Google. That's precisely why we went with a radio campaign. When you can get on the radio with a 1-minute commercial 3 times a week, every week in front of that same listener, what you're really doing is establishing a relationship. That's when you're going to have way more success in the long term.
I thought it was amazing how they were able to take who we were and embody us in this character. It got us thinking. The letter designed and laid out. How do we capitalize on Mr. M? How do we bring that into our brand? We were called Morrow Mechanical, which just sounds like it could be an auto shop.
We started doing a rebrand to Amazing Morrow, updating the logos, typefaces,
buying all new trucks. We're no longer, it's Mark and Justin's company. We're now the Amazing Morrow that services all of Houston and is one of the main players.
The way businesses grow is when a lot of their marketing effort is behind establishing and building their brand. The long play is the one that ultimately wins.
When we first started doing our radio commercial, because that was brand new for us, they were like, look, you really have to commit.
This is not intended for customers to come rushing to the door and saying, give me all of your air conditioners. Most people who hear these ads won't need the service now. So we have to create this memory pattern that says when that need comes to mind, now I've got somebody in mind.
The first 6 months, there's a lot of money going out and then not a lot coming back in. It's a lot to swallow. But if you stick with it, oh man, it's totally worth it. The first couple months this year, we're really kicking off.
Just getting with Ryan has grown the business exponentially. The proof is in the pudding of the amount of phone calls that we get now coming in, new customers and cold customers, but it also puts us out there where we have people calling in to apply. So it's not just customers, it's actual workforce that it's helping.
That's a big part of this, because when you build brand, it's a multiplier effect. It's not just a fractional improvement in your business, because it has a compounding effect. As in Justin's case, they were running a whole bunch of direct mail, they were paying for pay-per-click, and he was spending millions. And within that first year, we got that spend down into the hundreds of thousands. The radio ads have led to a much higher response rate with his direct mailers, and they've dropped pay-per-click last year altogether. So it's not about spending all the money unnecessarily, it's about spending the money with the highest effect. With most of our clients, what we're seeing is they're growing. They're growing despite market conditions being hard, because when you do branding really well, your customers pick you because they trust you.
What we have found with Ryan was he helped us think a little outside the box with our brand realignment. Is it easy? No. Nothing in life that is worth something is. But if you stick with it and do it and be willing to listen and open yourself up to new ideas, you'll have amazing results.